Hello everybody, this is V1king Reviews, and today we'll be looking at the Hot Wheels collaboration Bone Shaker and Twin Mill. These are my most recent purchases, dating back to earlier this year. We'll be starting in vehicle mode for this video because, well, A, they're Hot Wheels cars, and B, this is the way they came packaged. Taking a look at Twin Mill first, you can tell that he has a lot of paint. Hot Wheels symbol, tail lights. You know how much I appreciate tail lights. No painted in hubcaps, but I don't feel like it needs it. Painted Autobot logo, painted exhaust pipe, visible head syndrome, but there's plenty of paint on the bottom here, which you will see in robot mode. Really nicely done. He comes with two accessories. These little flame things. And he's attached to his exhaust pipes. One of them is a little more tight than the other. This does inhibit rolling a little bit, but it still rolls great. Putting him aside for now. Now we're taking a look at Bone Shaker. He also has a lot of paint. It's really nice. Paint on the seats. Also got a, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a little bit of a steering wheel in there. That's always nice. Nice painted skull grill. Painted taillights as well. Nice painted hubcaps. Bone Shaker comes with one accessory, which is this, I think it's supposed to be like a throttle stick that turns into a mace for robot mode. Kind of Autobot symbol. Both of these characters are Autobots, though I feel like one of them should be a different faction, which you will see in a little bit. This store is in vehicle mode. Well, this isn't in the instructions. Oh, there is this tab hole right there that isn't used for anything else. And this tab right here. So you stick it in there like that. It's a giant throttle stick. It rolls fine. Probably rolls better than Twin Mill. Of the vehicle modes, Bone Shaker is my favorite. Getting down to transformation, we'll start with Twin Mill. You can leave the fire ports on, that's what I'll do. First, you need to spin these around. Then you'll want to pop these off. They just sort of slide in there. Next, you want to somehow get this windscreen section up. Windshield. And then turn it around until it's straight. Then you want to fold this down. Fold this up. So that the windshield looks like this. This will become the robot mode chest. Next, you want to fillet this open. And then you want to pop these out from their tabs because they tab in these screw holes right here. And you want to bend it out so it didn't separate. Next, you want to take the feet, take these out, spin it around, fold out the heels. And now you want to fold the flaps down. These will hold everything together. you want to spin the waist. Then you want to split the top here. Fold his head around. Next, you want to swing these down so that the wheels are facing up. Fold down this and make sure the hand, it's a little bit loosey-goosey how this is supposed to work. I believe it's supposed to work like this with the mushroom peg facing up. Have them both like that. Tab in the chest. And now you can take each of the engine parts and plug them, slide them over his arms. Moving on to bone shaker. You want to take this off, put that to the side. Next, you want to bring up these pieces like that, and then fold out the wheels. Next, you want to untab the rest of the cab from the windshield section, I guess, and untab this part right here, and bring it all like that. Next, you want to fold the seats so that they're folded all the way down. Then you want to take this little piece right here, fold it like that on both sides. Then you want to take this piece and fold it so that clicks into place. This will be his robot mode feet. Next, you want to fold out the arms because there's little hands right here. You want to take those out. Feel free to bend the wheels back more. Unfold the elbows. Bring out the hands and leave them like this for now. Next, you want to fold down this part right here and then fold this whole section down. Fold the arms like this. And then the chest, we'll tab them. Tab the arms to the shoulders. And then you want to take these pieces and they will soft click into place around the shoulders. You want to fold the wheels up. And you can take his accessory and plug it into his hand. Just do a quick comparison between the two. They're both about 5 inches tall according to their boxes. As you can see, Bone Shaker looks a little more Decepticon-ish than his counterpart Twin Mill. And there is no Autobot symbols on Bone Shaker besides the one on his weapon. So you could headcanon that he is in fact a Decepticon if you wish to. For articulation, start with Twin Mill. Head is on a ball joint. Can swivel side to side and look up a tiny bit. Arms are on universals and can fold like this or fold right here. You can fold both of them to get maximum range. Arms, bicep swivel, elbow bend, wrist swivel, waist swivel. Legs are on universals. Knee bend, about 90. Ankle tilt, very shallow, and also foot rotation. Oh, I also forgot to mention that these engine parts are on 5mm pegs. We take it off and put into hands. The if I can get it in there. There we go. So use that as a little gun. Also, apparently this is also on a 5mm port, though I have not been able to take it out, so be warned. Moving on to bone shaker. Take its weapon out. Head is on a ball joint. Can look up more than his counterpart. Arms are on universals, but they're inhibited by the tires. You can flip those up to get them out of the way. Bicep swivel, elbow bend, about 90. Wrists don't swivel, they just hinge in. Waist swivel. Legs are on universals. Knees bend more than 90, really deep. And the feet are a little bit strange. They have ankle tilt, but in a weird spot. It's on the chair. The chair, the part that used to be the seat of the vehicle mode, is now the ankle tilt. Taking a closer look at the deco of these two. Most of the paint in the vehicle mode carries over into both of them. So I found it really nice that they painted the back. They didn't need to, because that wouldn't be necessarily seen from either mode. A little bit of hollow legs, but what can you do? Overall, really nice paint. As you saw, pretty nicely painted mace thing, I guess. Most of the paint, actually, there's new paint exposed in this mode. Nice orange paint on the crotch, the legs, the arms. I personally really dig the head. Of course, you can take these thruster flames off, which I will do now. Overall, I'd say these are really good figures, and they definitely make up their budget, which is more than deluxe price. It's roughly $35, which may sound a little steep, but these are entirely new molds, and you have so much paint, it's like crazy. Overall, I'd say these figures, twin mill is about a 7 out of 10, due to he's a little floppy, which I did not bring up. His joints are a little bit floppy. Twin shaker, bone shaker, it's a little more solid. Well, not necessarily in the leg area. I just like his robot mode more than I like twin mills. 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. One more, 7.5 out of 10. Pick these guys up if you can find them. If you're a Hot Wheels fan, definitely pick these guys up. If you're a Transformers fan, I'd heavily consider picking these up. Alright. That is it for today's review. Next review is a surprise review. It's totally not, because I didn't come up with anything for next review. Until then, this is V1king Reviews. V1king out.